Welcome to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. So Child's Play 2019 is about the character Andy Barkley and his mother who just moved into a new apartment in a new city, and they're working things out, and the kid is kind of an outcast, he doesn't really have many friends, and one day his mother decides to buy him a buddy doll.
Your new best friend.
Now this buddy doll has been programmed to be basically a serial killer because that's just the way that they wanted this movie to be. Now when I first heard this idea, I was intrigued. A lot of people didn't really like the concept of AI, artificial intelligence, basically killing people. I thought it was clever. I mean, we've seen it done heaps of times, even HAL 1000, or I think that's his name, from 2001: A Space Odyssey. We've seen a lot of things similar to this idea, but not really done in this sort of way. So this movie basically takes the three-act structure of the 1988 Child's Play movie, and it basically feels the same movie, except instead of having it a voodoo doll, it's just a programmed killer AI. Now let's get right into the positives. So Gabriel Bateman and Aubrey Plaza play the mother and the son, and their chemistry in this movie was really good and was a big part of the original movie, and they did a fantastic job at recreating that in this movie. Also, Mark Hamill as Chucky is really good in this film. He does a good job voice acting. You'd kind of expect that. Not as good as Brad Dourif from the original movie, but he still does a relatively good job. Also, some of the shot composition in this movie looks pretty good, and there's a few shots that actually kind of made my jaw drop. Mostly to do with the lighting. There's some very good lighting choices in this movie, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more visually pleasing. But that's all this movie really has going for it. Now I'm so excuse my language, but I'm so tired of just movies, these new horror movies where the kids are basically the heroes in the movie. It's so annoying at the moment, and I really want that kind of trend to die out. It's so annoying to have the kids, because you know that the director or the writers are never going to have the balls to kill these characters off. It's meant to show more tension because they are kids. In this movie, they do get into like a little ragtag team of outcasts who try and stop Chucky, and as soon as I heard that, I was just sighing. Why do we need that? We know that they're not going to die, they're not going to get hurt, and that's exactly what happens in this movie. Now the biggest complaint I have with this movie is the tone. It doesn't know what it really wants to be. A lot of the time, it doesn't know what it wants to be. From the beginning of the movie, it basically shows that it's going to be a light-hearted kind of movie, and it does a lot of the time, but then it just completely changes to a serious movie, and when the serious stuff happens, you don't really care too much because you know this movie is going to end up turning into a light-hearted film, and by the third act, it does turn into a very, very just over-the-top. It's just very light-hearted. Yeah. A lot of the characters in this movie are just set up to die, which you know, it doesn't really bother me, but when you have all of the cool deaths in this movie, which have been shown in the trailer, really annoys me. This movie was very frustrating to me because I really do like the original movie. This movie just, it's the same as that movie, just with no purpose. There was no reason to actually remake that original movie because it's fine by itself. And also the design of Chucky in this movie doesn't look very good at all. I didn't really like the look of it. At some points of the movie, it just looks way too wacky, and I never took it seriously. I didn't take any of the movie seriously. It didn't even really feel like a horror movie to me. It felt like a B-grade horror comedy. I couldn't really enjoy this movie. Maybe you might. I feel like die-hard Chucky Child's Play fans will enjoy this movie in some way, and they'll find some enjoyment out of it. But I just feel like, to me, that the original is so much better, and the original three are. And if you really want to see light-hearted Chucky, you just kind of watch The Bride or The Seed of Chucky, because those movies are the most light-hearted, entertaining Chucky movies that you're going to get. Which brings me to a weird point in this movie, because that's the original franchise is still going, but they're remaking it I don't know why. Do I recommend Chucky? No, I don't really recommend Chucky. I just think that it's a very basic remake of a classic original horror film. Which is why I'm going to give Chucky a 4.5 out of 10. So guys, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.